Hey guys, it's M4J here and welcome back to Global Ventures in Planet Coaster. That's right, we are back here in Global Ventures. We are just looking over the roller coaster, which I believe is now called Voodoo. Yes, it is. It's called Voodoo. And since the end of the last episode, I did some rebuilding. Now this was meant to be part of today's episode, but actually my computer, which is already starting to feel a little bit on the warm side again, it overheated during a time-lapse bit. So we have lost the footage of me building this, but I'll talk you through it really quickly because it's quite simple. Basically, the dark ride section has now been split up into, what would you say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 different rooms. This one I'm not really counting because it's just a little archway that the cars go through. Plus I've done some rebuilding work on the island over here. You can see it's now the shape of a volcano. I'll quickly go over this bit again actually because I explained this at the start of the last video, which you're obviously never going to see because the PC overheated and I lost the file. But Theme Park Worldwide is also doing a Planet Coaster playthrough. If you haven't checked it out, I strongly suggest you do. He's much better at this game than I am. He's also much better at doing detail work than I am. So if you want to see proper detail work, that is the best place to go. He has a volcano in the center of his park. His park is called Volcano Springs. And I realized there's a comparison here, and people might think that there's been some copying going on. I don't really want that to be the case, because I wouldn't say I copied Theme Park Worldwide at all, because this volcano was actually built before he built his. But the video goes up, I think it's like 2 weeks after. So it's going to look like I've copied, but there's no copying. No one's copied anyone, basically, is what I'm trying to say. He never watched the video because it never went live. I don't even know if he watched it. I wouldn't have thought he watches my videos, to be honest. I don't do that many theme park-based videos. And as I say, this was recorded. Well, let me try that sentence again with words this time. This volcano was built a few weeks ago. Some of the episodes you see are actually recorded several weeks in advance. Like, it's been about 6 weeks since I built the opening area of the park and the railroad station and all this. I mean, this bit here was built about 10 weeks ago. That's how long that was. Plus the buildings here, including the attempted dark ride, that was all built about 4 or 5 weeks ago. And the volcano was built about 2 weeks ago. So, for me, the story of the volcano is... oh god, I can't remember what I said last time. The tallest mountain in the world. It's going to sound really random because I'm kind of paraphrasing what I said previously, but also having to explain it properly because you guys wouldn't have heard it before. The tallest mountain in the world, everyone knows it's Mount Everest. Yes and no. It's the tallest in terms of height from sea level, but the actual tallest from base to tip is... Let me get it up quickly. Where is it? It's in Hawaii, I know that. And I probably won't be able to pronounce it now. Oh no. Yeah. I think this is the one. Mauna Kea is 4,207.3 meters tall, compared to Everest, which is 8,848 meters tall, but that is above sea level. I believe if you look at Mauna Kea, it's 4,207 meters above sea level, but its full height from base to tip is a lot taller than that, and I can't find it right now. But the point I'm making is it sits on an island. Is this the right one? I think it's the right one. There's a volcano anyway, somewhere near Hawaii, that sits on an island, and pretty much the entire island is made by the rock that comes out of the volcano when it erupts. So this volcano is the volcano of life, is probably what it's going to be called. And that the world, most of the world that we know now, is all to do with tectonic plate activity and volcanic activity. So therefore this volcano symbolizes the creation of the planet, and this is a planet-based, well, this is a global-based theme park. It's Global Ventures. Therefore I feel like it's a fitting tribute to have a volcano as the weenie, or the centerpiece, in the center of the park. I wanted to cover the lift hill of Voodoo, and the way I ended up doing that was with this mountain, which became a volcano. I dug a crater in the top here. It's not the best looking thing in the world. It obviously hasn't been detailed yet, which is why. So I spent a little bit of time talking about that, and then I did a POV of the ride, which I'm not going to do this time, because I feel like the ride needs a bit more detailing first. But basically, from the station to the top of this lift hill has been completely rebuilt from the last episode. So you can see how the dark ride section has been rebuilt. Under here, this is actually quite a deep tunnel, this one, coming back from under the water. You can see it goes a fair way down. I won't follow it that way, but what I will show you is the start of it here. So it's a little left-hander up and over there, little right-hander up and over there, and then it goes into a downward spiral helix, which takes you under the water. I believe it then curves this way slightly, and then this way into a brake run. It then goes up a spiral lift hill. The bottom of the first drop from that lift hill is here. As you can see, it comes down, it goes round, up and round again, down and round again, up into a switchback, down, and then it does a little overbank turn over the water, dives right down to water level. We'll have some little water jets here, nice little trigger, and it sort of goes up and down a little bit more, level with this section here, and then it rises up into a right-handed helix, which again takes you down under the water, under this little bit here, and then rises up into these brakes, and then it's the little dark ride section, which you've already seen, and then up into the lift hill for the third section of the coaster. Now this episode is going to mostly be theming this castle building, and I'm just looking at this. Now I'm really stuck in two minds as to what to do about the roof of this building. Do I just build a roof on it, flat roof like that, and then just put some rocks around it to disguise it from passers-by? Or do I make a real effort to try and like put land over the top of it and disguise the fact that there is a building here at all? I don't know right now. What I do know though is we're about to enter a time lapse where I'm going to continue adding animatronics as well as scenery and theming to this building. Again, this is my first proper attempt at doing real theming on a dark ride section of a roller coaster, which is slightly different to a dark ride as a dark ride. There are subtle differences, so I'm going to give this a go. You can already see that I'm putting in windows and stuff. I might just put a flat wall in at the back here. In terms of lighting, I'm kind of tempted to keep lighting to an absolute minimum. And have like the interactive elements like the cannon here be part of the lighting for the ride. I am going to rotate this a little bit like so, and then I'll talk you through a little bit before we go into a time lapse actually, just so you can see what's going on. Props, that's what I want, and then animatronics. So we want, theme-wise, we want pirate. Right, so I think we have a knight currently walking up and down here. Yeah, I replaced that with a red coat. So I should talk you through the story part of this bit of the ride as well, so you get an idea as to what exactly is going on here. So the train enters a fort. Comes up here, enters a fort. Goes around the first corner. And this bit, you're kind of meeting the guards of the fort. You come around here, and then this section here is a prison cell. Where inside the prison cell... let's think, what would it come under? Might come under building, actually. I need like a little... I know what I could do. No, that's too big. Way too big. Just trying to think what it might come under. Rocks probably isn't right at all. Art shapes, maybe. Let's turn that off. Yeah, kind of this. Except I need to change the colour. That's what this is for. Perfect. Is there a... that maybe? How big's that? It's too big. So's that. If I could try and make this look like a bed. So if I put that like there, and then on top put a pillow. I think it needs to be bigger than that actually, but I can lift this up. Right, let's put down the prop first so you can see what it is exactly I'm talking about. So there is a pirate that just sits down. This one. So he's just sat in the cell, looking out, looking a bit forlorn. Kind of annoyed that he's been caught, shall we say. And then somewhere, it's way too big. These are two. Right, that's kind of the one I want. It might just be easier to go with this as a representation of a pillow. We'll just stick that there. So here's a pirate in his cell. Stick this back in pirate mode. There will be another pirate. Now this one is not doing that. There'll be another pirate here leaning up against the wall, plotting. And then there's going to be another pirate, this one, who's going to be on lookout for a very good reason. How does that look when you look through there? No, I need this fella back here. Like that. So he's going to look forward, he's going to look out that window there, and he's plotting. And why is he plotting? Because the pirates are going to escape. And this scene here is going to be the pirates escaping, having a little bit of a shootout. So we're going to have some pirates here having a shootout with the guards. Let's turn this around like this. You're going to be shooting that way. Red coat, you're going to be over here shooting this way. Meanwhile, over here, there's going to be a red coat. So I'm sort of jumping between scenes at the moment. You'll have to bear with me. I'm also going to quickly save the game. Oops. Let's actually save it before we move on. Hey. Here we go. So this guy is on guard duty, essentially. Also, what's the one I wanted? Wait, was he the saluting one? Yeah, he's saluting. We don't want saluting. We want guarding. That's the one. So he's going to be standing here, supposedly guarding the prisoners. But in fact, this guy behind him is trying to find a way out whilst he's supposedly guarding the prisoners. Over here, we're going to have the saluting guy right next to the cannon that fires by itself. That's going to be a little bit of a jump scare. Cannon suddenly fires in your face as you're going past. Okay, what this thing's here for, I've no idea. It just looked cool, so I decided to put it in. We've also got an exploding barrel over here in this corner. Again, it's a little bit of a jump scare. Might put a couple. Like that. And have all three of them fire at different times. You can set all them up as triggers. So this one here is going to be shot pirate. So he should get shot and go down. Yep, there he goes. Like that. Meanwhile, there's going to be, I don't know, fire and explosion effects and stuff like that going on. Over here, there's going to be some explosions. Let's turn off pirate. Let's see, there should be pyrotechnics. That's what we want. This looks cool. Yeah. What's Explosion Western all about? That is big. Yeah, this, by the way, is going to be over here, because I thought we'd have a little comedic scene at the end. So this guy is standing saluting, basically saying, job done, pirates are defeated. But just as he starts saluting, the trapdoor behind him opens and the flamethrower shoots out. Like that. So it implies that actually all is not yet done. What else we got here? Engine thruster? What the hell does that look like? Oh, that's sci-fi. Oil spray. Laser, laser, laser. Glitter. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Water, maybe. Electricity. There's no electricity where we are right now. Smoke bursts. That's important. So that's going to kind of come from over here. See, over here I want there to be like a big gunfight going on. So if I go back to animatronics and back to pirate, we're going to have a couple of these guys here firing. You there. And you there. I'm going to have the other pirate. Where are you? This guy. Alright, so this one we're going to get rid of. We're going to replace him with this one. Like so. Now we need to get a wall or something here for them to hide behind. See, I don't actually know where walls are. Let's see, if we have a look at the scenery and the props and stuff we've got here. There's a fence I suppose we could use. This is part of the new update, by the way, the fences. Which I think look quite cool. We've also got things like the scaffolding, which I think looks really cool. Like that, or this one, which also looks quite cool. Or the bell tower, which I think we're going to have just outside here. Like you fly through the bell tower into the building. Not really sure why it's decided to go like that. We'll rotate it thusly. And we'll lift it up and along. And it should fit like that. What is it obstruct? Ah, is it the ladder? I think the ladder is the problem. Is it not going to let me straddle the track? Do you know how annoying that is? That, to me, it looks perfectly fine. And it's not going to let me build it. Well, we're going to delete that then. And this room, this is the last bit of the room. This bit's going to be the treasure that the pirates were trying to capture. So let's see, I think some more pirate shacks would be handy to have. Some netting. Netting's always handy to have. Also gives a bit of an obstacle to try and fire through. If I stick this here. So this fella needs to move over a bit. Like so. So does this fella. There we are. Just some barrels. I think these are bins, they have to be unpassed. Some cargo, that can come over here. By this fella. There's still some more pirate shooting going on here. Although I think these should be the other way around. So this guy is guarding the door. Right up against the edge here. Meanwhile the pirate is... Where is he? This one? No. This one. He's going to be standing on this side of the track. See, I've got to make sure that they line up. So he's got to be facing Mr. Pirate here. Like that. Yeah, I'm liking this. They're going to have a fence in front of this fella. Like so. This is actually looking a lot more lively than the last one because I didn't realise all this stuff existed. It's like here. See, I think actually this should be here. So it looks like you've come through a ship. To get into this part of the ride. Like that. I think that looks quite cool. Okie dokie. Right, so we're going to have some barrels in this section as well. Give a little character to this room. I know it's all done up at the moment with like stone walls and stuff, but once the majority of this is built, I'm going to go back and put rocks up against the walls to hide it a little bit better. Let's see, what else have we got available to us? I think a pirate shack over here would look kind of cool. Alright, this is where the pirates have come from. Does mean the roof's going to have to be a little bit taller, but I'm okay with that. How big's this one? Yeah, I think this one could go over here. Actually no, maybe not over here. Maybe over here. Alright, I think the rest of this area needs theming as well. Let's start working on the treasure room. So that fountain is going to go about there. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? That's coming over here. Actually, no. No. That needs to come over here. So when you first enter the building, there's a pirate band playing. I have a feeling it's not going to fit on this side, which means it has to go on this side. So let's go back into building. Roofs. Yep, it's facing the right way. It's always good. Pirate band. How cool does this look? Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Move it that way slightly. We'll put a wall around it. Let's grab a wall. 4 meter high. I hope the music isn't copyrighted, by the way, otherwise it could be in a bit of trouble for that. Move the arch so that it's actually in the right spot. Sweet. Scenery. Right, back to this. So the treasure room. What the hell happened there? Did it just stop? Yeah, they just keep powering down and up again. Right, fruity cargo. We should have some of that. I think maybe not actually. I need treasure. Pirate munitions. That'd be quite important to have in here, wouldn't it? What the hell are you doing here? We'll have a nice big statue right down at the end here. So this is kind of like the stuff that the guards are protecting, and that the pirates wanted to try and steal. This is the really nice treasure. So we're going to pop that there. Nice golden treasure chests. So we'll put one there, we'll put one there, we'll stick one on top. Like so. That's plinth. There must be more treasure than this. That's a campsite. More cargo. Crane. Can we fit a crane in? Like how they get the treasure in? I don't think that fits in either, to be honest. Some nice planters. Oh, there must be more treasure. Yeah, treasure chest. There we go. Big open treasure chest. Displaying all the booty that the pirates are after. So we can stick that there. Make this look a bit more extravagant. Don't forget this is all going to be in the dark once the ride's actually finished. So we don't need to worry too much about... Oh, no. Although actually that would look really cool up here. So like from the back here you see a skull. Obviously from the other side you won't see the skull. Shipwrecks. No, I can't refit shipwrecks in here. Boats really don't work indoors. A water well. Maybe. So I think the bell tower would look nice in here. The problem is of how tall it is. And also the fact that it rings a bell. I wish it would stop making that noise when the band powered down. Aha, parrot statue. That'll look quite nice. We'll stick that over here. And lantern chains. That would be very nice. Going across the ways. Providing the light for the room. So let's see, if I put the first one there, then this one's got to line up with it. So, okay, this one needs to come up slightly. Delete you. I'll just do it like this actually. Does that not work? Alright, this is where we cheat a little bit. So this one can obviously go in here. Like that. We then put this in at the height so that it should be allowed. Yep, there. Like so. And then we'll use another one of these on the other side. Like this. Right, and then this needs to come down slightly. So that it all lines up. There we are. Passes under there. Nice. And this is the bounty room, and then, yeah, back up to where we were. Alright, so, let's go into a time-lapse mode now, shall we? So I can get all this done. And then we'll come back after, and we'll do a little bit more sort of talking about the ride and things like that. So, until then, guys, I will see you soon. Alright guys, we are back and this is how it looks. Let's close all of this down for a second. So it's not the best, I'll admit that. It's not the best building I've ever made, and it probably will be exceeded by every single building after this. But it's a good start. I wish you could make it darker inside. I'm wondering if it's maybe because there's a hole here. Well, I'm not quite sure how that would affect it. But yeah, it's a bit... I mean, it's not terrible. We can have a POV now if everyone wants one. Let's see, if we grab hold of this train, and we'll watch the ride the whole way through from start to finish, just to see how it actually looks. I'm not that happy with the indoor section, but I think it's a necessary part of the ride. It tells a little bit of a story. It's a good segue between the exciting first bit and the exciting last bit. It's kind of a lull in the centre, which you kind of want with a ride like this. It's a kid's ride after all, so there's a few jump scares in the indoor bit with the cannon fire and the explosions and the gunfire. We got the mist effect as well. That first corridor scene is supposed to be inside like a cave, so I might need to go back and put some more rock work in just to make it look like it's inside a cave. Plus all of this bit here needs to be themed like the last section with rocks and trees and bushes, and the island also needs to be themed, as do the underwater tunnels. They need rocks around them as well. So this gives you an idea as to the layout now. So you can see here we helix down underground, do a little bunny hop, we're under the water now, and now we're under the island. So you see there's a little bit of a turn here, it goes up and round, into the brakes, and then we hit the first lift hill. Now I thought this lift hill was quite big when I first built it, but actually, looking here, it's not as big as I thought it was. Which is a good thing. It means you're not slowed down for too long. You can see here, you go around these couple of small corners here, and this is it, we're at the top. I think the second lift hill is actually the taller, or the third technically, if you count the one coming out the station as well. I think that one's actually taller. So you see here, little up and down and round, back into the volcano, out of the volcano, back into the volcano. You get the idea, we keep popping in and out of the volcano. Overbank turn, down to the water, up and over the hill there, and then into the long downwards helix. You can see the lift hill just through there as well, which I think is quite nice. Back under the water, here we go, and then up and round and into the dark ride bit. I need to go put some rocks around the bottom of the building there as well, by the looks of it. So here we go, Fort Stamford. We're going into. Yeah, I think this bit should be like inside a cave. Maybe. Oh, I don't know. It kind of works. Maybe just some more rocks on the inside to fit into as part of the wall. Now those lights are supposed to switch on, but they don't look very switched off to begin with, so I'm a little bit disappointed about that. Some of the animatronics, they will come to life as riders go past. We don't really get that great a view of them from here. As we go around into this section, the flames should start on the right hand side. There they are. And the gunfire should start as well. As we come through here. So they should all fire, reload, fire, reload. There's the explosion there. Head into this room, explosion, more gunfire. Another explosion there. And then into the treasure room. And again, these lights are supposed to turn on, but they don't look off to begin with. I think you might have to go and fiddle with settings to get that to work. And we come around the last corner here. Saluting guard. He flamethrower coming out from behind him. And then we head up into the final lift hill out of Fort Stamford. We can always come back and do more fixes with this. That's what's great about this game, is you can always come back and add more and take stuff away, and it doesn't make a huge difference to the timescale of building. There we go, up and over that bit there, up and over that bit there, and then up and down into the brakes. And then into the loading station. Right, now Voodoo obviously doesn't work as a name anymore. So I think we're going to call this something to do with the fort, maybe? Curse of the Fort. How about I could spell? Like that. The ratings haven't gone up that much, actually. It's a bit annoying. Traxuni rating is very high, so that's good. This, it's okay. I imagine if I do excitement, yeah, it does go right down in the dark ride section, and on the lift hills, of course. If over here, it's quite low as well. It's a bit odd. What about fear? Again, not a lot. Little bits here where the animatronics start up. Not a huge amount. There's a lot of fear in the tunnel. Going into the tunnel here. And a lot of fear coming out of the tunnel here. So that's not too bad. Nausea. A little bit here. And a little bit there. And some small bits going through these sections as well. But that's sort of to be expected. Speed wise, yeah, you can see the top speed I think of the whole ride is 45 miles an hour, which is down in this section as you really dive down under the water. So again, that's kind of to be expected. Lateral G's for the majority were okay. A little bit over there where it goes a bit high, and a little bit over here on the helix as well. Vertical G's, again a little bit over here on these helixes, and a little bit over here as you would expect. And forward G's, that's all pretty good the whole way around. So, yeah, I'm happy. How could I not be? I say, it's not the greatest ride I've ever built, and it's not the greatest ride I ever will build, but it's up there with the, you know, it does its job. That's the main thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish off putting some rock work in, just to cover the look of this building. So I kind of want it to touch the wall, but not really go through it. Like so. And then over here, kind of the same thing. Here I want it to be this type. Go into the door. Needs to come up a bit higher. Like that. Rotate it a little, and then move it this way a little. There we go. There's little bits there where it comes through the wall, but I'm not too bothered by that. It's not noticeable enough that it's ruining the effect or anything like that, so there's no reason to be too upset by it. Let's put some little rocks here just to continue the illusion. So we'll have one there, we'll have one there, and then over here, and we'll have some of these ones here just underneath to align it all. Let's use this one for this. So we'll have that one there. We'll have the big flat one under here. See there, and spin it round, and we'll have it go this way as well. And that should be, if I just fill in the rest of this bit here. That should be the rock work for this section done. See, we'll do that just to fill that bit in, and we'll do something like that. And then over here, I think that's it. If I'm honest, I think that's it. Just to decorate that a little bit more. Now under here, I did notice that as we went through here, the pirate band started a little bit late. Not quite sure why that was. Or why they're not working at all right now. Yeah, activate on trigger. These lights as well. Well, there we go. That's that done. Yeah, these lights just don't start off. They start already on. Especially these ones. I'm not sure why they start already on. I might need to look that up, find out what's going on there. As for the outside of the building, it looks okay. Again, we'll put the path in. What's the width? Is it 8? No. 6? Yeah. Something like this. So you can see where the path will go all the way around this bit. Over here we need to get it going again. I kind of want it to come across this way and then under there if I can. Is that a bit too high? If I could flatten this land a little bit, I think it would look really cool going under there. I want it to go under the ride. I don't just want it to all be like surrounding the ride. I would like it to go under the ride a little bit over here. If we smooth this out a little bit more. If I can get it to go under the crossover there. Not done myself any favours on this little bit, because there we go. And under there. Pull this little bit up. Push it down a tad. There we go. Nope, a little bit more. There we go, much better. And then under here, along here like that, and connect up like so. With this piece connecting up there. And then over here, I think we'll have a little diversion. So let's say the main path actually goes like this. And connects up like that. We'll then have a smaller path to connect up there, and then it also comes off and connects up there. And we'll theme and decorate all this as well and make it look really cool, which we might as well do now. We'll add it as part of this building. So scenery, props, archways, pirate. I think that is a little too... Well, we could put that there actually. No, it might be still a little bit too big. We do have an archway here, but it doesn't have a lantern attached to it. So I think if we somehow select this one, where's its hitbox? Right at the bottom. Why does it not let me select it? Oh, that's annoying. Where's the hitbox? Oh. It's not part of that. Yeah, thought that might be a reason. Right. Scenery. Lantern arch. So we're going to pop this in here. Like that. Signs and advertising. Grab this. Find a good spot. On here would be awesome. If I could get it to stick on that. Yeah, just not quite enough. Something somewhere flat. Right, I mean that could be quite good. I think it's not quite right. Like here would be a perfect spot. If I could get one of these, let's turn that off. If I could get one of these here, stick it in the ground a little bit, and then grab it, toggle advanced mode, just shift it that way some. There we go. Props, signs, turn that off, turn that on. Like that. Pull it away from the rock a little bit. There we go. Oh. Curse of the fort. That's so unlucky. I just can't put enough. If I put it down a line. Does that work? No? Are you kidding me? One letter away. How can you not put writing up here? Okay. Let me just have a think. Maybe we'll just call the ride Curse. I know what we could do. So this will just say of the fort, like that, and then over on this side spin it a little bit, take it out a bit more. There we go. You're going to say Curse. Perfect. It's a little bit all over the place, but I don't know. Adds a little quirk to it. And then we can go through and stick some rocks and trees, etc. around this area. Let's put some bushes in first. Like that. A couple of the red ones. We'll put the rocks in next. Something a bit like this. Put this one in under here. And then some of the little ones. One there. One here. think that'll do for that. And then tree wise, we want a palm tree in the middle, and we want one of the big beech trees on this side, and then some of the littler ones on the edges here. So see, we'll have that one there. I think we can get one of these ones over here. Swamp tree. That doesn't really fit in what we're doing over on this side. I think if we put one of these here, and then this can go more in the middle, like that. And that will be our entrance area, which I think looks quite nice. I think this area here looks a bit barren still. Is a smaller bush we can fit in? We can stick one of those in, I suppose, and just lower it down a little. Whoops, wrong button. What colour do I want? Green. There we are. There we go, put some rocks in. Like so, a couple of trees, let's see. This style will look quite nice. And then something like that. Over here we definitely need to jazz this up a bit more. Looks very barren over here. It's basically be the theming for the whole of this area. It's just going to be really nice, really hot and tropical looking. I'm just going to decorate it as much as we can. Let's put that tree there. One of the short palms can definitely go in here. Doesn't quite interfere with that, which is good. Put one of these beech trees here because it kind of creates a canopy for the track on the other side of the rock, which I think looks really nice, like so. And then let's see, one of these here. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. And then that spreads around over here. I feel like we need something here as well. If I put the first one in. Oh yeah, that's cool. A little bit of a head chopper effect going under there. And then we got all around the fort here as well. Alright. Well, I'll do it for this episode, guys. Off camera, I'm going to try and do some styling for the island here. The bit that I'm really not looking forward to doing is having to line this tunnel with rocks. That's going to be something I'm going to absolutely dread doing. I think what I might do is push all the land down, get rid of the water, push all the land down again, fill the whole area with rocks, like build an artificial tunnel around the track made of rocks, and then just put the land back over the top again. That should create the effect that we're looking for. And as for the lightness in the light levels in here, I don't really know what to do. It just feels too light still, considering how dark it's supposed to be. But I do like the dark ride effect that we've got going on here now. I think that is really cool. I do like that a lot. Where's the next train? There it is. So the pirate band has started, just can't hear it. Don't know whether there's a delay or what. One thing we didn't put in was any audio in here. But I don't know what these sound like. Like, what can you actually do with these? You could play seashore, pirate sword fight noises, pirate harbour. Canyon Battle? What's that? That sounds quite cool. Yeah, I like that. Or Riviera Harbour. Again, it kind of fits because it's pirate, but we're not at harbour. Like, we're not waterside. We're cave. Or cave. That works quite well. Or scary cave. Yeah, it works well. And then I believe these speakers play music. Yeah. So, animal roar. Or... well, actually, these are more sound effects, aren't they? Steampunk. Water splash. Not bad. Tropical birds. Yeah, I mean, some of this is alright. Yeah, it's not bad. I'll see about putting some of that stuff into the Dark Ride section as well. But as I say, guys, that is probably it for this episode. Ride is really starting to take shape now. I'm a lot happier with it now than I was at the start of this episode, that's for sure. So that's always a good thing. Whether this is going to be split into 2 episodes or not, I don't actually know. I might have to record another episode for Thursday, because this will be going up on Tuesday, this one, if it stays as 1 episode. But obviously by the time you're watching this bit, you'll know whether it's going to be split into 2 or not. So there's no point really in me talking about that, is there? Anyway, yeah, end the episode, Mark. So, thank you very much everybody for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series, jot some comments down below with ideas for future episodes, or if you have any tips or tricks about using triggered effects, or how to create the darkness without necessarily having to cover this all with land, because I'd rather avoid that if I can. Also the tunnels. That's one of the reasons I want to avoid putting land over it, is because the tunnels are still quite bright, considering they're not just underground but also underwater at one point as well. So I'm not quite sure where the light's coming from. But if you have any tips or tricks about that, do let me know in the comments section down below. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed, then thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.